describe it. She's just like a horrible, mean person. Oops. She bullies everybody. Like, she wasn't nice to her own kids either. Like, for me, like, if Charles never moves out, I'm like, that's awesome. I love Charles. He can stay here forever if he wants to. And for her, it's like she had 2 kids. She was always trying to have a daughter. She used to keep dresses in my closet, and she told them that they were for her future daughter and I was not to touch them, and she made me wear, like, sweatpants all the time. So I always had, like, sweatsuits on, and she had all these, like, cute, pretty dresses in my closet, and before they got married and I was just with, like, my dad, we were living with my grandparents, I used to wear nothing but, like, pretty dresses, and I was, like, very girly. And she cut off all my hair and made me wear boy clothes, basically, and then kept dresses in my closet. Yeah, she fucking sucks. Like, I'm civil with her. I can interact with her, but there's been a few times when I just, like, had to tell her to fuck off. And usually how that goes is I finally, like, stand up for myself and then just start crying and run away. So it's not very effective. I wouldn't say I get aggressive, but, like, if she says something that pisses me off, like, I'll respond to it now. But if it's something that's, like, extra hurtful, then I usually just call her out on it and then I cry and run away. I don't think anything would make her learn. I don't think she is capable of change. I think she's just a bad person. Oops. Oh, pick it up. We gotta go. But yeah, I got lots of trauma from growing up with her, and it makes me angry. Like, sometimes it's it makes me sad most of the time if I think about it, but sometimes it just makes me so angry because it, like, fucked me up for life. And there's so many things that, like, so many ways I'm just, like, not a functional adult that are, like, directly because of her. And therapy and medication is expensive. Yeah, I dated a lot of guys who weren't nice to me either.
I did everything right and they indicted me.
Oh, up the steps. Yeah, that's a common sign of trauma is, like, sometimes you find yourself telling stories and you think it's just, like, a normal thing that happened to you and it, like, horrifies people. Like, there are some things that have happened to me that I've, like, only told, like, one person in the world. And, like, I don't even feel comfortable talking to my therapist about them, like... Yeah, some people have crazy lives where their parents, like, love them and take care of them. Double symbol. Where am I going? Time to pick up the coin. Vanilla parents. I've met Silly's mom. I can only imagine. Your mom actually always reminded me of my stepmom. Like, whenever I would interact with her. I just got, like, the vibes. He's not gonna see that. Nope. I never drank cigarette ashes as a child, but certainly as an adult. It's horrifying. Pick it up, please. Good news, cigarette juice. Exactly. Hey, Nugbones. I didn't see you slide in here. We're trauma dumping today. Well, if you get too close to him, like, once the sirens start going off, he starts, like, going towards the stairs, right? But if you get too close to him while he's doing that, he'll still, like, turn around and get you with the great knife, and that's, like, the only way that you can die on beginner difficulty is, like, right there if he gets you with that knife. So you gotta just, like, stay away from him. Mary? I don't look like your dead wife, do I? Oh my god, yeah, I used to get in trouble for crying, too. Like, when I would, go to visit my biological mother and, like, my grandma, my maternal grandmother, I would cry when I had to come home. Because I was so miserable at home. And, like, I found out much later, like, as an adult, that my biological mother also sucks. But at the time, when I was, you know, a kid, going to see her was, like, the only time I was ever, like, treated nicely. So I would cry for days when I had to come home. And my stepmother would react with, threatening to never ever let me see them again, because they must be filling my head with nonsense, and that's why I'm crying. Like, that helped me. Sad that I had to leave that side of my family, and then being threatened to, like, never be able to see them again. That's gonna make me stop crying. It'd be useful if I could delete memories on command instead of just, like, losing them without consent. Because that's the kind of memory I have, is like, my brain's just like, oh, we want to throw everything away? Because everything was horrible for so long, we don't want to keep anything, right? Oh, no, this way. Oh my god. No bonk. Nice shotgun pickup. Let's go. I wasn't on purpose, baby, but when I was a teenager, my biological mother told me that she thought having a baby would make her feel happy, and it didn't. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Glad I exist to go through, like, everything I fucking went through, because you thought it would make you happy, and then you decided it didn't, so then you abandoned me. Very cool. Oops, don't want to go that way. $18.51. You would never abandon me? I'm glad. Nope, wrong way. Krim, have you ever done EMDR? Like EMDR therapy? Yeah, I gotta start soon. Not looking forward to it. James. It sounds like malarkey, but I believe that the people who know that it works have reason to know that it works, if that makes sense. But, like, just listening to how it's supposed to work, I'm like, but why? But why does the brain work that way? That's silly. So EMDR therapy is where you basically pick a trauma to focus on, and then you do like following things with your eyes while you think about it, and it's supposed to like rewire your brain and the way that it interacts with that like memory. Dude, hook me up with the ketamine. Yeah, sort of. Like, my therapist said you can either do, like, following, like, she'll, like, move her finger back and forth and you can follow it with your eyes. Or you can do, like, tapping. So you would, like, cross your arms, like, over each other and sort of just, like, tap yourself repetitively on the shoulder. But I think the eye movement works better for me. I have trouble making eye contact with people, like, when I'm actively talking, but I don't have trouble making eye contact with people, like, who are talking to me. Uh-oh. The fuck was that? I'm also having trouble, like, deciding, like, what memories, like, I want to work on with EMDR and, like, where to start. Like, where do you start when there's so many? So much trauma. How do you choose, like, one? Probably. If you had something to, like, follow with your eyes. I don't know all, like, other than, like, moving the finger back and forth, like, what all the therapist role is in it. There might be, like, more to it than that. I haven't started it yet, so I don't know how it goes. That's an odd thing to do to somebody. Pick them and be like, you just seem like you're lying all the time. Yeah, I believe you, but why are you saying it like you're lying? Hey, Ram Ranch Survivor. Yes, more OG Silent Hill 2, the best one. This will probably be my last run because I do have to work early, so I gotta get myself to bed at some point. Oh my god, my hips hurt. I'm so fucking old. Oh my god. I'm gonna be 40 in 2 months. Which is insane. Am I even in remotely the right spot? Why do I keep fucking this up? Turning too much. And thank you, Ram Ranch Survivor. Yeah, I got the bipolar disorder, which is fucking a whole extra kind of struggle. But I've been having a extended depressive episode. And it has been rough. But I've been medicated for bipolar disorder for like a year now. Which, I mean, I probably should have been for much longer. But it makes it difficult to deal with because, as crazy as it sounds, like, after you're depressed for so long, a manic episode is like almost like a relief at first. It gets to be not a relief, and then you like want it to be gone, but like at first you just feel so like magical, and you're so capable after being so incapable of doing things for such a long time. And that's the thing about medicating bipolar disorder, is the main thing that they medicate for is to make sure you don't have manic episodes. Because they're a lot more dangerous. But, I don't know. Where am I going? Oh my god. Yeah, they can be dangerous. Yeah, and I mean, that's pretty much how... Well, that's how Seroquel works, for sure. Can't be depressed or can't be manic if you're sleeping. And that's what I take at night. What's it for? What's hydroxyzine for? Oh, for sleep. Oh, I see. Yeah, well, lack of sleep is also, like, the best way to fucking throw yourself into a manic episode. As far as I can tell. That's how it always works for me. Even if I find myself, like, not sleeping for, like, multiple days at a time, that's how I usually know that things are getting bad. No! Get the things! I'm lucky I don't get, like, psychosis with mine, though. Mine usually aren't harmful, necessarily, except for I do spend too much money and act crazy towards people, which fucks up my relationships with people. That's probably the worst part. Like, it's annoying not being able to sleep, and spending money is destructive in its own way, but you know, knowing that you can be, like, a fairly reasonable person some of the time, and then, like, just acting like a fucking crazy person. And then coming out of it and jumping straight into a depression and realizing, like, oh my god, I was just, like, fucking crazy to that person for no reason. It's fucking rad. Yeah, Bram Ranch Survivor. My husband developed schizophrenia, like, a little bit later in life than... Well, he was showing symptoms for a long time, but it didn't get, like, bad until... I don't know, like, what, 6 years ago at this point? And he had 2 psychotic episodes before he wound up in jail. And they were fucking scary. Which is one of the reasons we're not together anymore. Yeah, that's what happened to my husband too. He thought that there was a dead body in the backyard, and he thought that, like, some of his friends were in a, like... So his whole, like, psychosis started because he thought that he had accidentally agreed to join a gang that his friends had started, because he said that he thought that they were talking in code. Oops. He thought that they were talking in code, and he's not smart. Like, he felt like he wasn't smart enough to pick up that they were speaking in code. And he said that he thought he accidentally agreed to, like, join their little, like, cult gang. And he believed that the initiation that they were putting him through was that they buried a dead body in the backyard and wanted him to, like, dig it up and hide it. And he'd never, like, had a psychotic episode before, so for me, like, this is a person I've been with for 15 years, and he's telling me he just saw a dead body in the backyard, and, like, I don't know that that's not true, right? But luckily, the first time I wasn't being seen as, like, an antagonist, like, he was still trusting me. The second episode was actually scarier for me because he started to be suspicious of me, and I was really worried that something was going to happen to me because of it. But at the end, he just kept saying he wanted to go to his mom's house, so I was going to leave work early to take him to his mom's. And when I got home, there was a fire in the house, and he left my son there alone. So I had to call the fire department and the police, and then they put him in jail, and he was in jail for a year and, like, still not getting medicated or anything. It was a whole ordeal. Oh yeah, the things getting moved. Like, just craziness. I'm glad I don't get psychosis. Especially because I'm the only one taking care of me. Walk off into this wall, sir. Stay in the wall. Very good. Yeah, he did. He left my son there. And, like, once he was in jail and, like, after he got out and everything, he minimizes it so much. Like, one of the reasons that, like, we're not together anymore was because he just can't accept responsibility for anything he's ever done. And he did some terrible things to me also. But, you know, he started to minimize it by saying, like, oh, well, but I made sure that you were almost home. Because he called me, like, before I think he set the fire to make sure that I was on my way home. And after the fact, he, like, said that the whole reason he did it was because I refused to, like, move. Because of his, like, psychotic episodes he was having. He wanted us to move. He thought the landlord was, like, part of this gang that he was trying to, like, escape from, and that this gang that he accidentally joined was gonna come and, like, kill the family and stuff. And I just obviously knew it was crazy, so I'm like, I'm not fucking moving. I can't afford to move. We don't have anywhere else to go. Like, I'm not losing my job over this because you're having, like, a fucking psychotic break. I'm not gonna fucking leave my job. And, that's why he said he did it. But before he started minimizing it, it was because he was hearing voices. So, he still, I don't know if he even, like, admits that he's mentally ill at this point. Like, when he first got out, told me that, oh, it's bipolar disorder, and I'm like, I don't think it is. Oh no, we got. Of course he can't. Oops. Oh, shit. Oh my god. Let's go. Plop. Plop.
Mary?
What do you
Mary?
want, James?
I brought you some flowers.
Flowers? I don't want any damn flowers. Just go home already.
Mary,
Just go
what are you
home
saying?
already.
Look,
I'm disgusting.
I don't deserve.
Oh, the egg noises are the best. Please go up the stairs. Come on. Don't get me. Oh, come on. 3? And that's a PB. That's my first one under 42 minutes. Very nice. And I think the PB I have on speedrun.com is 42 minutes and 50 seconds, so I almost cut a whole minute off. So that's pretty good.